Jimmy became a superstar overnight, dreams came true, but they also elevated her stress levels to maximum. Everyone saw her as the new ray of hope, so she had to hustle to meet everyone's expectations. As dawn broke, she was on Shanxi streets, kicking off a crazy training. But after just 2 steps, she was back home, wheezing, feeling just as confused and uneasy as everyone else. Jamie had a moment of contemplating giving up, but looking at the chaos in her room, her wife's teasing tsunami hit her hard. Thinking of this, she found renewed motivation. Life is a one-way street, no turning back. Face the storm in charge ahead. Only by doing so could she break through and be reborn. So she boldly dived into training, crossing the Sunset Bridge and trudging through biting cold. Each drop of sweat was a sign of her unyielding spirit. Her perseverance would soon turn into effortless finesse. Shining on the dream stage, Jimmy eagerly entered the training camp a few days later, only to find her name misspelled and the dorm door. When Jimmy asked about it, the staff haughtily told her it was no biggie. If you last 3 days, consider yourself lucky. Then she pulled out a lovely photo of her ex-wife, secretly tucking it under her towel. A constant reminder to give her all, among all the tall, muscular young players. She, the old-timer, felt like a fish out of water. The coach didn't care one bit. He was only interested in whether players could help the team win, and the evaluation system here was downright brutal. If the coach spotted any underperforming players, their only fate was to roll up their mats and go home. The training match officially started under the practice catching and jumping on the field, and Jimmy in jersey 83 definitely stood out. Jimmy was like a never-ending battery, giving it her all every practice, dashing toward the finish line as if she were dancing. But her attitude landed her in the crosshairs of the other players, and by the end of training, she was bruised all over. But the other players not only ignored her, they even threw out derisive remarks like, "If you can't cut it, hurry back home and stop wasting." On her first day with the team, she faced such treatment, and nobody wanted to share a room with. Fortunately, Aisha comforted Jimmy in despair, inspiring her to face grueling training. After daily interactions, they appreciated each other more. After intense training, the first cuts were announced. As the doors were knocked one by one, Jimmy was already mentally prepared to leave, until the commotion outside finally settled down. Only then did she realize she wasn't eliminated. Training camp life was hard, age was a hurdle. Her reflexes and agility declined, so to avoid elimination, Jimmy switched her gear despite the coach's protests. Sure enough, Jimmy returned to the field like she had been reborn, a wild stallion unbridled, unafraid of the strong contenders. Though gaining in edge and ball retrieval, she suffered severe hits. Post-training, she sat in the lounge, nursing the pain. Gritting through agonizing back pain, wrapped in bandages, her persistence and determination inspired. The coach noticed her efforts too. Back at the bar, Aisha was like a ray of sunshine, bringing her warm chicken soup. It was enough to ease all her suffering, but time, relentless, had wiped away her joy. Jimmy dared not dive into the whirlpool of romance again. Yes, she kindly invited Aisha to dinner the next day. Aisha was all excited about their first. She put on her favorite sky blue dress, but as soon as they met, Jimmy bluntly said she was focusing on the team. After all, she had to tackle survival first before daring to chase love. Jimmy suppressed her feelings, leaving Aisha disappointed despite her excitement. With anger and embarrassment, she left. Back, Jimmy was surprised to find a new roommate. This big guy was distinctly different from the other team members who rejected her. The moment Jimmy stepped inside, he firmly grabbed her, and although his manner was quite rough, she clearly understood that it was meant in good spirit. Next was another long and grueling training session. Jimmy applied the big guy's techniques in practice and improved rapidly. She earned some recognition from the teammates, but despite excelling in every aspect, where the shared remain was still uncertain. The preseason has come, but the Eagles want to shake off losses. 6 defeats make victory distant. The training camp soon faced the final cuts. Coaches agreed Jimmy's age justified cutting her, despite her stellar training. They felt that if she hit the field, there might be problems. However, the head coach had a different view. He believed Jimmy was the heart of the team. After the meeting, he fell into thought. His wife supported his view as well. Now he faced pressure from the entire team and public opinion, and keeping Jimmy around was a puzzle. Jimmy sensed the looming cuts. Teammates were gleeful, stating, "This old guy needs to go." Just then, the head coach found him. With a nervous heart, Jimmy entered the office, thanking the coach for his guidance and handing over his player file. To his surprise, the coach pushed the file back. It turned out that he had stood his ground and hadn't bowed to public opinion. He exercised his veto power to keep Jimmy on the team and officially signed him to the Eagle. Finally, he could confidently call a friend to fix his car and share the good news. Everyone in the bar celebrated, and the owner proudly declared, "Eagles players are my pride." Aisha put Jimmy's last escapade behind them and truly felt happy for him. After a night of revelry, Jimmy would soon face the ultimate test, standing on the stage that everyone was watching. The players were visibly anxious. They desperately needed a win to regain the confidence they had lost. Friends at the bar gathered around the TV, eagerly watching Jimmy's debut. As the referee's scorn hit the ground, the game officially began, and Jimmy showcased his impressive skills. He sprinted like lightning, dodging interceptions, but a beefy guy knocked him over as he caught the ball, costing the scoring chance.